Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. and I'm here today to bring a review for Shaman King episode 39. So the fight between what's his name? Marco and the person who has Lucifer as the as his guardian ghost. That fight did not go how I expected it to be. I expected it to be a much better fight, and that's really all I gotta say about on that. But the Yo stuff, like Yo and Lyserg's plan using it was dad's guardian ghost. That all was very all very clever, very smart, and I liked that. It was a nice touch, so I liked that. So not gonna lie to you as well. Moving on within the episode, this whole thing with Marco and him wanting to kill himself. I was basically here saying, you know what, if that's what you want to do, bro, pull the trigger kind of thing. And that's simply because I'm not really a big fan of his character. I don't really see the importance of his character. I'm not gonna lie to you, if I'm completely honest. So him dying now would really do nothing for me. I don't think the series would be taken any sort of loss if his character was to die there. So I was basically all for it when he was willing to pull the trigger. But not surprisingly, you have the Iron Maiden come in there and try to save him. Obviously, they have grown and formed a bond over the years they have spent together. So that wasn't a surprise. Again, not a surprise when we move on with an episode where we have all the fighting said and done. Yo and company have a meal, and the enemies that they just defeated are now they're present at the dinner table, much to Anna's annoyance, because I get where Anna's coming from. There's too many people at this table when I just want it to be me and hubby. That's probably what Anna's thinking, but she's got all these people, all these enemies there with her, so there's that to deal with. It kind of does throw me off though that you have I don't know the names. The person who controls Lucifer and the little black kid. It does throw me off that, they're part of Team Zeki's alliance and they're there at the dinner table as well. It's kind of like, why are you eating with the enemy kind of thing. And I suppose when you have so much confidence in your boss, that's what you can do. And the way they portrayed Zeke within this episode especially, I don't know if they've done it before, but I really felt within this episode is that because of his mind reading ability, Zeke, which way you want to say it, it's basically all knowing. There's no secrets from him. So because of that, them two sitting at the dinner table is just nothing. It's just meh. So during this dinner table conversation, we get a breakdown of what's left of the primary part of the Shaman King tournament, and we also get insight to how you exactly become Shaman King, something that I'm pretty sure wasn't told to us within the OG anime. So after the whole tournament thing, the winner of that has then got to go on to challenge and defeat the 10 patch members, which I found kind of interesting as well. And I do believe we are told that is why Zeke is recruiting boys, so he can do that bit. And so he can have the luxury or just an easier time going through the patch members. Because I feel like, well, I don't think it's stated, but I feel like 1.25 million for Ryoku, that should be enough to run through the squad. That's what I'm thinking anyway. But for we know, the patch members could be in some crazy number when it comes to Ryoku levels. We don't know. At least I don't think we know. I don't think we've been told. But also the other importance to this scene is that we find out is to become Shaman King, you got to fuse with the Great Spirit. But it's during that time there's like a part where you're in a sleep state, and this is the perfect time to run in there, drop Zeke with a knife or something, and then just kill him off. That's the perfect time to kill him, apparently. So Zeke knows about this as well, so it's not going to come to a threat for him. So he's probably got some preparation for that in mind when it comes to that point. But apparently this is the best time to kill him. So this is probably when we'll see God knows Yo, because he's the main protagonist. That's what I'm saying. Yo, run up in the end and at least try to kill him, because as Yo says within this meeting as well, none of us are winning the Shaman King tournament. We are not coming close to his levels of Furoka, so we're not doing it. So we are told that as well. So after that, after the run up of the round two, oh no, sorry, the run up of basically the rest of the tournament brackets and all that, we go into round two, which starts off with Team The Ren versus, excuse me, versus a member of the other member of the Great Three Powers. I forget the name, but a team within that group. You know who I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't. So we get the start of the fight to that, which is probably going to be an interesting fight. Before the fight starts to take place, we know that Ren is already looking beyond that fight. So he's probably, I guess that's cockiness, but that's kind of Ren's thing as well. He does it in a smart way. I say he's that cocky in a smart way. He doesn't overplay it too much, but he's already looking on to the next fight, and that could be a problem because I can't remember what anime it was, but there was another tournament kind of thing within anime, and I think it was the main character as well. He had a problem with his fight because he was too busy looking ahead. He couldn't really deal with the threat that was right in front of him, kind of thing. That was the kind of play on things that they did there. So that could happen to Ren. That could happen to Ren here. But so far, he's very confident that his team will get through this fight. And he even states before the fight starts, I'm gonna do what I can do. I'm gonna do everything I can do, and I'm gonna entrust in you guys to finish it off. So what I feel like that's gonna be is that basically they get one each. You know, they get one opponent each, so then they have to take it out, and it's probably gonna take a lot out of them. Or it could be a thing where, but no, he said that this is the weakest member. I actually don't know what's gonna happen next because when the fight does start off and you see Ren take charge, go for it, he attacks you. He attacks a member. He attacks them first all together, and then he goes for one individually. When he states that he is the weakest member of this team, so my thought process a second ago was that they'll take out one each. But if Ren, who I reckon is the strongest member of Team the Ren, is struggling against a weak member, then realistically, in my eyes, I don't see Trey and Jacko being the other two. So what I'm now thinking is that maybe Ren will take out the weakest two, and then together Trey and Jacko will take out the strongest. That's what I'm thinking for right now, but only time will tell for that one. Overall, I think this episode was pretty standard. It's just driving the plot forward. In all honesty, if the Marco vs Lucifer fight was better, then I probably might have given this episode a higher rating. So 3-star rating, and I leave the rest to you. Like always, guys, I'm 3-star rating. I'm gonna call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.